Have you ever wondered why your car starts falling apart after just 100,000 miles? While some people drive theirs well past 500K without even swapping the engine, what's their secret? Today you'll find out. I drove mine to over 700,000 miles, and I'm going to reveal the exact 15 habits that made that possible. No gimmicks, just hard-earned truths from decades of wrenching and driving. And before we begin, I want you to think about these three questions. Is warming up your car before driving actually helpful or a waste of time? Is the 3,000-mile oil change rule still valid or just a myth from the past? And what one habit can literally double your engine's life, but 90% of drivers never do it? Stay with me. I'll answer each one at different points in this countdown. Let's dive in. 15. I never trusted the factory oil interval. Most people blindly follow the oil interval in their owner's manual. But I learned the hard way that those numbers are designed more for marketing than longevity. Instead of changing oil every 10,000 miles as recommended, I stuck to 5,000 miles using high-quality synthetic oil. Even though oil can technically last longer, microscopic wear begins much earlier, especially in stop-and-go or dusty conditions. Fresh oil is the lifeblood of any engine. Dirty oil is a slow killer. And here's your answer to question 2. No, 3,000 miles is no longer necessary, but 5,000 is the sweet spot for long-term durability. 14. I flushed my transmission every 40,000 miles. Transmission failure is one of the most expensive issues a car can face, and most of the time, it's preventable. Many manufacturers say transmission fluid is lifetime, but don't fall for it. I flushed my transmission every 40,000 miles using only the OEM recommended fluid. Over time, fluid breaks down and loses its protective additives, especially under heavy loads or high heat. Keeping it clean keeps the gears shifting smoothly and avoids internal wear. My original transmission lasted over 600,000 miles with 0 rebuilds. 13. I let the engine warm up, but not by idling. This is one of the most misunderstood habits. Yes, warming up matters, but idling for 15 minutes every morning is not the answer. I let my car idle for just 30 to 60 seconds, then drove gently for the first 3 to 5 minutes. Why? Because moving parts need to heat up evenly, especially the oil, pistons, and transmission fluid. Revving a cold engine causes serious internal wear. That answers your first question. It's best to warm up by gentle driving, not long idling or instant acceleration. 12. I replaced filters on schedule. No exceptions. Filters are the lungs of your car, and clean lungs mean a healthy body. I change my air filter every 12,000 miles, the fuel filter every 30,000, and the cabin filter yearly. A dirty air filter causes poor combustion and strains the engine. A clogged fuel filter makes the pump work harder and risks injector failure. These parts are cheap, but the damage from ignoring them can be massive. Think of them as your engine's immune system. Keep them clean, and the whole car stays healthy. Blusher 11. I watched my coolant like a hawk. Coolant is not just for preventing overheating, it also prevents corrosion inside your engine. I replace my coolant every 3 years or 30,000 miles, and I only use 50-50 pre-mixed with distilled water. Never tap water, it introduces minerals that eat away at your cooling system. A neglected cooling system can blow your head gasket or destroy your radiator. I also inspected hoses and the radiator cap regularly. One minor coolant issue can become a blown engine in minutes. 10. I used only OEM or trusted aftermarket parts. I never gambled with no-name auto parts. Instead, I used either OEM or reputable aftermarket brands like Bosch, Denso, or Gates. Critical components like timing belts, sensors, and ignition coils must meet tight tolerances. Cheap parts wear faster and can cause a domino effect of failures. I once saw a $15 knockoff sensor cause a $1,500 catalytic converter failure. That was all the warning I needed. If you're driving long-term, quality always wins over price. 9. I cleaned the MAF sensor and throttle body. Regularly, air sensors and throttle bodies get coated with oil residue and dirt over time, leading to bad fuel economy and rough idle. Every 15,000 miles, I remove the MAF sensor and throttle body and clean them using the right cleaner, never carb cleaner. This small task helped maintain proper air-fuel mixture and improve throttle response. My check engine light rarely came on, and I credit this habit. Cleaner intake path equals better combustion equals longer engine life. 8. I paid attention to every sound and smell. Your car talks to you. It ticks, squeals, leaks, and vibrates when something's wrong. I never ignored those signs. A clicking noise under acceleration? Could be a CV joint. A faint smell of coolant? Probably a small leak about to explode. By catching problems early, I fixed them cheaply before they got worse. Most major failures start with small warnings that drivers overlook. This habit saved me thousands over the years, and probably saved the engine itself more than once. 7. I used a block heater in winter. Cold starts are brutal for your engine. The oil gets thick, metal contracts, and moving parts grind more than they should. In freezing winters, I used a block heater to pre-warm the engine before starting. It's like giving your engine a hot coffee before it runs. Even 2 hours of preheating made a big difference. My cold starts were smooth, and wear during winter was drastically reduced. This tiny investment had a huge return over hundreds of thousands of miles. 6. I changed power steering and brake fluid. Yes, really. These fluids are the most overlooked by car owners. Power steering fluid and brake fluid degrade over time and absorb moisture, which leads to rust and failure. I change brake fluid every 2 years and power steering fluid every 50,000 miles. Clean fluid kept my ABS system, calipers, and steering pump healthy for over 600,000 miles. Most people don't even think to check them until it's too late. Don't be one of them. 5. I avoided short, useless trips. Short trips under 5 minutes are engine killers. The oil doesn't reach full operating temp, condensation builds up, and fuel dilution increases. I always planned errands together and made sure the engine ran long enough to burn off moisture and contaminants. If I had to go down the street, I walked or waited until I had multiple things to do. Remember, cold engines plus short trips equals long-term damage. This habit alone made a huge difference in engine wear. 4. I let the engine cool down after driving hard. After driving fast, towing, or climbing hills, I never shut the engine off right away. Instead, I let it idle for 1-2 minutes to stabilize temperatures. This prevents oil from coking inside the turbo and keeps the cylinder head from cracking due to sudden heat drop. It's a common issue in high-mileage engines that were treated rough. Cooling down your engine before shutoff is like stretching after a workout. It helps the engine recover and live longer. 3. I used fuel system cleaners. Every month, dirty fuel injectors and carbon buildup are silent killers, especially in GDI engines. Every 4 tanks, I added a fuel system cleaner like Techron or Liquimoly. This helped keep my injectors, valves, and combustion chamber clean. The engine ran smoother, mileage stayed high, and carbon buildup never became an issue. It's a $6 solution that prevents $1,000 problems. Neglecting your fuel system is a mistake too many regret. 2. I watch tire pressure and alignment like a hawk. This might seem unrelated to engine life, but it's deeply connected. Poor alignment stresses the suspension, wheel bearings, and even the engine mounts. I check tire pressure every week and alignment every 6 months. Driving with misaligned wheels increases resistance, lowers fuel efficiency, and puts uneven stress on the drivetrain. Correct alignment and pressure help everything run smoother from the engine to the tires. 1. I tracked every service. Nothing was left to memory. And now, the final answer to your third question. What one habit can double your engine's life? Record keeping. I logged every oil change, filter, replacement, noise, tire rotation, everything. This gave me a complete history and helped me catch patterns before issues became failures. Most people forget when they did what, but not me. This habit gave me control over my car's future, and I believe it's the biggest reason I crossed 700,000 miles. No guessing, no surprises, just smart ownership. So how many of these habits do you already follow? And which one will you start doing today? If this helped you, consider smashing that like button and subscribing to Engine Insight. We bring you real mechanic-tested knowledge that keeps your ride alive. No fluff, no fear. Until next time, drive smart, drive far, and I'll see you in the next video.